Alright, we're here at gotomath.com and we're looking at some calculus. We're under differentiation. We're going to find the derivative by the definition. And we have y is equal to negative 13. Okay. Y is equal to negative 13, and we want to find y prime is what we want to find. All right, but we're going to use I'm going to use this notation here, f prime of x. So just pretend this says f of x here is equal to the limit as delta x approaches 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x over delta x. Alright, so I'm going to say that f of x is equal to negative 13. Alright, this is more of an equation. This here is function notation here. Okay. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to find is this right here. So let's just do that and get that out of the way. So f of x plus delta x is equal to, now there is no x here to plug this into, so we just have negative 13, right? You would take all of this and plug it into the x, but there is no x. So now I'm going to rewrite this. This is f prime of x is equal to the limit of delta x approaching 0. Now this becomes negative 13. This is negative 13 minus, and then of course f of x is negative 13. We'll just put a parentheses around that and it's all over delta x. Now I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this. This is the limit delta x approaches 0. This all becomes 0 in the numerator over delta x. And then of course 0 over delta x is just 0. So the limit of 0 as delta x approaches 0 is 0. So therefore we could say then that I'm going to just go ahead and write it right here. F of f prime of x is equal to 0. So this is going to occur, it's going to be 0 anytime there's just a constant here, okay? So we could say then that y prime is equal to 0. Alright, I'm going to sketch out a curve here, and so let's say we have a curve, right, but it's not right, it doesn't represent this. This is just a straight line. And let's say that I picked a point here on the graph and a point here on the graph, and when I wanted to find the slope of the line that passes through both those points, but I want to find the slope of that line. Okay, this distance from here to here, that distance is delta x. And when we let delta x approach 0, in other words, I'm going to fix this point and take this point and move it. Okay, what's happening? And I make delta x is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and of course my graph's running together here, but when delta x gets really, really small, approaches 0, this line, the slope of this line, this is what we're talking about right here. You see the slope of this line right here? The slope of this line, okay, the derivative is going to give us the slope of this line at this particular point on the x-axis. Alright, little explanation on what's going on here.